Northern states. One oil-producing state declared bankrupt in Nigeria. Seven northern states and one southern state have been declared bankrupt based on their internally generated revenue in comparison with their federal account allocation. Jigawa, Katsina, Adamawa, Yobe, Niger, Taraba, and Benue were tagged insolvent states alongside oil-producing Bayelsa State by the annual State Viability Index of Economic Confidential. The status of the states were determined by percentage arrived at when their IGR and FAA was compared, and states with IGR of less than 10% of their federal allocation are classified insolvent. Corrupt states in Nigeria. By 2020, Bayelsa tapped the list of the poorest states in Nigeria as it received a total of 152.54 billion as far in 2020, but generated only 12.18 billion as IGR. This represents 8.0% of earning from FAA. Jigawa State came next with IGR of 8.6 billion in contrast to the 107 billion it received as allocation during the same period. This represented 8.1% of total earning. Katsina recorded 8.8% after generating 11.3 billion against the 130 billion federal government allocation. Adamawa received 91 billion of FAA but could not generate 8.3 billion IGR, putting the differences of 9.1%. Yobe State recorded 7.7 billion IGR but got 84 billion federal allocation. This represented 9.2% in total receipts. Niger State was next with 9.6% as its internally generated revenue was put at 10.5 billion compared to 109 billion of FAA. Taraba generated 8.1 billion as IGR but was given 82 billion from federal allocation, putting its difference earning at 9.8%. Benue completed the list with IGR of 10.46 billion, far below the 106 billion received as FAA, representing 9.8% last year. Best performing states in Nigeria. Lagos stated topped the list of best performing states in Nigeria as its IGR 418 billion surpasses its 299 billion federal allocation, putting its earning difference at 139% in 2020. Rivers State came next with 117 billion to comparison to the 198 billion secured from the FAA. This represents 58% difference. Ogun State finished last year with 50 billion as internally generated revenue, falling below the 88 billion FAA it received, but its revenue difference stood at 57%. Kaduna State is fourth on the list, obtaining 124 billion federal allocation while generating 50 billion IGR, representing 40% difference. Oyo made the list with 29.7% difference, having generated 38 billion in IGR but received federal allocation to the tune of 127 billion. Anambra State internally generated revenue was put at 28 billion but it got 94 billion as federal allocation, representing 29.6% in earning. More problems for the seven insolvent states. The seven states are believed can't survive without federal allocation, which is set to drop following a Rivers State court ruling that the federal government is not authorized by the constitution to demand and collect non-import value-added tax. Justice Stephen Palm, who presided over the ruling, stated that the concurrent legislatives list of the Constitution empowered only states and its agents to collect non-import VAT within their region. This will reduce the tax revenue shared by federal government to states by 1.64 trillion if the ruling stands, and it will reduce to total allocation of low-income generating states like Bayelsa, Katsina, Adamawa, Yobe, Niger, Taraba, Benue, Kano, and others. Maybe what the federal government are not getting if this highest generating states can actually stand on their ground by saying they will not share their revenue again. What these people does not understand is that those other states that are lagging behind, they will also want to work harder to gain more. But I don't understand why they are saying they will not abide by the rules of those states that say they will not share their revenue again. This is something I don't really understand. They should let every state manage their resource and their income. That way, those other states will also want to work harder and gain more so that they too will also have something to embezzle or something to take care of their state. Because if you don't have anything, then what are you going to embezzle later? But if you have something, that is when you will want to embezzle money out of the country. But when you have nothing, then what are you going to steal? Nothing. So they should let this whole thing take place and not allowing it to work this way. That is something I don't really understand. Well, these 8 states have potentials for more reasonable IGR. They are just being lazy, satisfied with federal allocation. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They should let them also work hard, just like the Lagos, Anambra, and rivers are doing. That's they would also want to work hard and get those revenues as well. But if the federal government should continue pampering them and giving them all these things, these state governments, they will not want to also sit their ass up. So I think they should just let everything be the way it is. Wike has sense. He knows what he's saying. So I think Buhari needs to sit down and have a rethink about this whole thing and tell the court to let the sleeping dog lie. Let everything be the way it is. Well, you can hit the comment section and share your take and opinion on this article. Thanks for listening.